would say we were good together. I would say we had fun.
Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. CeeChronicles is my name and I post fragrance related content on this platform. Please consider subscribing and joining the family. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continued support. I have a haul from the house of Orientica. I am so happy to bring these fragrances to you. I have no idea what they're doing. So Orientica has given us a fragrance in an orange bottle, or rather in orange packaging, because I'm going to find out what the bottle looks like, and we are going to spray it to see. We're going to spray it on a blotter and I'll tell you my thoughts. So this is off their luxury collection and this is Soleil, okay? It comes with the authentication card. It does look like there is a lot of replica Orienticas making the rounds, perhaps because of the price of the Orienticas. So make sure you buy from Orientica, the website itself, or from reputable sellers, and make sure to do a cross-check with these security features that they have put here. So the first one is Soleil. Nice bottle, nice color bottle. I like the orange. Not sure whether this is going to be a citrus because of the color of the bottle, but let's see. Okay, let's see. Pumped out a couple of sprays. Okay, right, let's see what this fragrance is doing. Oh, okay, this is a bit on the soft side, so let me perhaps spray it on my clothing, because I'm getting soft vibes. Now, when a fragrance does this, it gives me the opportunity to remind you to check out our website, www.macedonperfumes.com, or get into our YouTube store where you can buy our products. We have launched our second fragrance numero 2. It's going for $89. You can buy it right here on YouTube. I'm also going to put the store on either side of the screen so you can purchase it even as I review those fragrances, and it's of an extrait concentration, 100 ml. Our first fragrance is still available, Proud Mary Extrait de Parfum. This is 120 ml. And this one goes for $149, which is its full price. But we have a combo deal, guys. This Orientica is doing something to me now. This Orientica is doing something to me now. What's going on, girl? She's beautiful. She's beautiful, and this is not a sponsored video. She is beautiful, okay? She starts off as soft and then she starts to rise. I like what Orientica is doing. Anyway, guys, you can get a combo deal of both fragrance for $199. So you get to save money by buying both. Soleil, what have you done? You know, the vibe that this gives me is sort of like what I got from Desert Dusk. If there's one Orientica, go for Desert Dusk. Orientica just gave us one of the most soothing, soft musk fragrances in that fragrance. And I am getting a similar vibe in here without this one being a continuation of. It's smooth. It's flawless. It's suede-y. If velvet had a scent, it would smell like this. Now, the note pyramid for Soleil lists almonds. It also lists star anise. Am I getting any licorice accord? Not really. This is a flawless touch of a citrus scent in a spicy, musky backdrop with somewhat of a sweet vanilla. I've seen comparisons of this to Phantasmagorie by Louis Vuitton, a fragrance that I still don't have, but I came here with one that we got from Paris Corner that was said to vibe a lot like Phantasmagorie, which is the Louis Vuitton one. And if I'm to go back into my mental files, that one was more citrusy than this one. I doubt if this one is an well, maybe I have to get Phantasmagorie before I say that. But guys, if there's one Orientica that I would say is even worth full price. I know the prices of Orienticas are crazy, but you know, to each his own. I mean, they have a cult following. Orientica have a cult following, and they have people that will drop that coin. And I can say, offset, this is one fragrance that If you wanted to spoil yourself with an Orientica, maybe you could purchase this. It does, however, give off a feminine vibe. This is sexy. This is date night. This is flawless. This is smooth. I like this one. I like this one. I'm going to go on and on telling you how much I like it. So let's just leave it at this. This is first impressions. If it changes, I'm going to bring it here. But it's an elegant, feminine, alluring scent. Okay. Oh my God. I hope the next one is going to impress me as much as this one did. Do not expect a zesty, zingy, you name it, but a flowy, musky scent, you know, with that almondy richness about it. And we have this one. This one is Royal Crown, and Orientica introduced the square bottles, which is what we are to expect from this particular one. Why are you stuck? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna have to pose and yank this off camera because I don't want to drop the fragrance, guys, so just give me a second. Okay, he or she is out because I don't know what this is going to smell like, but it was really snuggled in there, and you have to be careful with these. Oh my God, sorry, I dropped that. The ones that have the bottles sitting there, if you open them anyhow, you could lose the bottle. Falls down and that's the end of it. Notice that most of the ones that they have put in these particular bottles tend to be on the masculine side. So let's see what this one does. I do hope it's not masculine, because honestly, I really would want... Oh, wait a minute. This is familiar. Ooh, I think I know what's going on here. This is a gourmand and it's unexpected. I would have thought they would put a profile like this in one of these, but no, this is not giving me giant masculine as in some of the ones that I tried off this packaging from the House of Orientica. This is a gourmand. This feels like Lost in Paris by Roja, okay? And I will bring you a haul of the Roja Dove fragrances. Those are on the pricey side, so we're going slow when it comes to adding them in my collection. Guys, give the guy his flowers. Roja Dove, the way he makes his fragrances. I wish to be Roja Dove when I grow up. Let me say that, in perfumery. That's what I mean. The use of the ingredients in those fragrances is it's done to perfection. I don't even know how to put it in words, but anyway, let me not veer off the topic, right? We are on Orientica and this is Royal Crown. Reason why I mentioned Roja Dove is it does feel like Lost in Paris. And how I know is I do have another smell I like to Lost in Paris that we were given by Paris Kuna, and it's in the name Wowie. That fragrance is very fluffy, it's candy forward, and that is what I'm getting in this. Royal Collection Crown. This particular one lists a note of booze. I'm not getting to a point of smelling booze. However, here's the thing. There is this caramelly thing that they have put in this that could arguably be passed off as boozy, okay, but without that stereotypical boozy, drunken, boozy type of a feel in a fragrance. And then there's a butter accord that wraps up everything, that caramel in butter, butter not in a nauseating way, butter in a flawless way. And it has the citruses that manage to hold up. So you're going to get a soda kick in this fragrance, sort of like a cream soda. That's the first fragrance that came to mind when I smelled Wowie at Beauty World. And when I got the bottle, that's what comes to mind over and over again. A cream soda drink in butter. Okay, simply put, that's what you expect. This is not a beast. Based off of what it's doing, it could get better because of the oil concentration in the Orienticas. This could very well switch up on me and wake up beastly at some point. But at this point in time, I'm getting a softened fragrance. I am getting a caramelly fragrance. I am getting that gourmand. I am getting a tangerine, a sweetened tangerine. I'm getting an orange. The citruses in here are sweet, okay? And then that rum note that they've put at the top there is not even adding a woodiness to this fragrance. It's just kind of like muffled in that caramel. That's how I can pass it off. There's a cashmere and a accord to this. This is nice. I like that Orientica came up with this as well. I will wish for it to thicken, because this is the one that I'd say is a little bit mild when it comes to performance. This is a gourmand. Who would have thought that Orientica is going to package a gourmand in one of these bottles? But anyway, also on the lineup, guys, is Imperial Jade. So it's going to come in the traditional Orientica box. All right, Orientica needs to keep things consistent, right? Because if they're saying we are to check authenticity based on these cards, and then they just don't put cards in the other ones, I don't know what to make of that. But anyway, we move. All right. So Imperial Jade is a green one. I'm going to give you a close up, and we're going to waste a couple of sprays. And I'll tell you my thoughts. But my memory of this was it being aromatic, it being green, it being leafy, if my memory still, if my memory serves me well. Okay, Imperial Jade. Yes, I'm right. I'm right. This is very green. This is leafy. This is, oh my God. You know, if you harvested sugarcane, sugarcane is planted in swampy places, or if you're planting it at home, you have to make sure that you plant it near a tap, you know, where there's continuous water, like the laundry is done there and whatever, because it's a plant that really needs a lot of water. That's what I get here, like a caney type of situation, like a sugar caney type of situation, but it's not a sweet scent. Caney in that greenness, you know, in that green, you know, as you're peeling the sugar cane, that's what this fragrance is doing. Leafy as well. Now it's sort of like giving me a green tea accord, like a green tea note. But I think you know where I'm going with this. It's leafy, it's green, it's minty, it's aromatic, and it has black currant, adding a tanginess to it. I was concerned by the fact that this one has moss in the base, and I was thinking, I hope the moss doesn't turn it or push it into like a, you know, like an off-putting direction. It doesn't, okay, but it's all green. So expect the tea note, expect a green black currant in this, expect a minty accord to swoosh through, expect some base, and expect that bamboo-y thingy. Expect that sugar cane thingy, but minus the sugar, if you know what I mean. And that's basically what makes this fragrance. It's unique. It's a fragrance that I can totally see myself wearing until I finish it. Because some of these, you know, green profiles sometimes, especially to me, can lack that memorableness in them. Sorry, I didn't notice this bottle was, you know, on the screen all along. Can lack that memorableness in them to want me to go back to it over and over again. This is different. That mint accord also makes this one a bit piney. Okay. Citruses are there as well, adding a citric accord to this, but the citruses are not the ones that lead everything here. The citruses are going to be there, but expect a lot of leafiness, a lot of greenness, a tanginess in this fragrance, and that tea note, a bit of some spiciness from the coriander, and that's what makes this fragrance. I like the fact that Orientica didn't give us redundant fragrances in this lot. The shocker of them all is, of course, this one. I was not expecting this one to be a gourmand. Very similar to Lost in Paris by Roja. And then this is the one that really just did it for me. But I can see how some may see it as a soft profile, but I love it. It screams elegance, it's sexy. And then Imperial Jade is going to be for one that loves fragrances that are grounding because of the leafiness. And yeah, that is what I can say. Can't speak of the longevity, but I know most Orienticas do have longevity, especially after sitting for a while. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. You can purchase these ones directly on the Orientica website, www.orientica.com. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.